Driven from their homes by armed invaders, a few hardy refugees faced the prospect of starting again. They would found a new village deep in the countryside. With a new settlement established, the first priority was locating a reliable food source. The simplest source was gathering from nature.
Charles Yarwa. Couldn't get it.
With a healthy supply of food, the village could start to grow. To do so, it would need more hands to share the work.
Wait, Yellow apple.
Yaru, Abendende.
Wait, huh? Meta.
Yeah. Huh? Meta.
Yeah. Yeah.
The new workforce could now turn to the growing village's needs. First, they would build a mill near their food source, so villagers could drop off gathered berries more easily.
Cheerlas, Ferath. Yeah. Work day. Wait,
Next, the growing village would need wood to build with.
Estes. You Enday.
Hira.
Yeah, Gathway.
Yeah, apple.
Cheerlas, Abidende. Yes, Sammy Enday. Yes.
The growing community now had a steady supply of lumber. To make wood collection easier, villagers could erect a lumber camp near the forest.
Yaro. Workday.
Thanks to the camp, villagers no longer needed to travel as far to drop off lumber. The village now required additional houses to support its growing population.
Rod. You sabiente? Yeah. Working day.
Quetta, huh? Work on.
Top.
Hestes. Work Henday.
With additional housing in place, even more villagers could join the workforce.
Work Henday.
But a populous village would soon exhaust the natural food sources. To grow, the community needed dedicated farms.
Hestes. Work Henday. Work Henday. Work on.
Huh?
Quetta. Work Henday. Dom.
Woodsmen and farmers now kept the village well supplied. Further growth required knowing the countryside and finding more resources. For that, communities employed scouts.
Yaru. Air the worker. Leader. Yaru. Yeah?
Able to move quickly and see great distances, scouts were key to discovering new resources. The most important thing for a scout to locate was a ready source of gold.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Asterende. Kotlich. Yes, sir. Yeah. Ridende. Yeherende. Gande. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Asterende.
To prevent having to haul ore large distances, expanding communities would establish a mining camp near the source of gold.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Quetta. Yeah. Cheerless. Work Henday. Forward. Yeah. Asterende. Kotlich. Huh? Cheerless Yerwa. Cheerless Yerwa. Yes, sir.
A well-placed camp ensured efficient gold mining.
Yaru. Yes, sir.
With a good supply of gold, the village was becoming a large town.
Yeah, herende.
The signpost of this growth would be the construction of a large landmark.
Heasa, gande. Yes, sir. Ridende.
Quita. Yeah. Working day. Yeah. Work at it.
Ridera. Gande.
With the landmark in place, the once sleepy village announced itself as a thriving feudal township. The townsfolk had been driven from their homes before, however. This time, they would defend themselves. The first step would be constructing a barracks for infantry.
Each a worker.
Once it had a barracks, the town could establish a standing force of soldiers. Simple infantrymen armed with spears were a common choice for these militias.
Yes, sir. West Puhala.
Yes, sir. Garwigan.
Shirless hair.
Yarwe.
What surface, eh?
Garwigan.
Yaddle to work. That's shoot and you work. Yeah, it's a wiggle.
Yarwe.
Ikeum you sailing. For it and you work, eh? Each timber what surface, eh?
Yes, sir.
Each a worker. What surface, eh?
What surface, eh? Each a work. Yes, sir. West
Yes, sir.
Puhala. Gongende Akerham. Brenda New.
Garwigan. Yarwe.
Each timber Theos.
Tremet Garu. Garwigan. Garu. Kumat on. Yes, sir. Garwigan.
The town now had a militia and could look to reclaim the lands lost to invasion.
Tremet Astira. Garwigan.
The invaders had blocked the road north with a stout palisade. Although spears were of little use against these walls, the militia could burn down the obstacle with torches.
Yes, sir.
Forward here. Hoorah.
Garwigan. Aseta. Garu uppe. Garwigan assettat. Understrelum!
Ridera Yaru! Ridera Yaru!
With the road open, the militia could now reclaim their lands in the north. First, the spearmen had to deal with a lone sentry. Advancing aggressively, the militia eliminated the enemy sentry. The invaders had a small cavalry camp guarding the road, but the militia was ready to attack.
What here, sir?
Spears were highly effective against cavalry, allowing the militia to win the day. All that remained was to destroy the invaders' stables.
What here, sir? Ridera Yaru!
The invaders' cavalry post was destroyed, but other enemy positions awaited further up the road. Hostile archers defended the next camp, which would put spearmen at a disadvantage. The township needed cavalry of its own to deal with this, and so would need to build stables. To deploy that cavalry quickly, the town needed to build their stables near the front lines. Fortunately, friendly villagers came out of hiding and joined the effort. With stables in place, the town could field horsemen of its own.
Thaios. That's Sola Bale Tembran.
Jeg krymmet gatnau.
Beod me, Eored Yaru.
Ikke bruke that. Ikke jo gisse.
Din Hester. Yerwood.
Sherlas here.
Yeah, Yaru.
Come on, Sherlas.
Beod me.
And you work it. Need you work it. And you
Eored
work it.
Yaru.
Need you work it.
Din Hester.
Yaru to work. Fairer you work. Each timber Thaios. What third fifth, eh?
Beod me.
Ja, je rijdt as Yahweh. Je dient het op.
Beod me.
Yes, sir?
Yeah.
Where's the
Yaru.
water?
Din Hester.
Stead across the road.
The town now had a rapid light cavalry, skilled at harassing
away.
slower targets, such as archers.
Yerwa, kommet on.
Eored as Yerwe. Ichiera.
Je gaat op. Iets win.
The cavalry eliminated the enemy archers and moved on to destroying the archery range itself. The invaders' archers and their camp were destroyed. A final enemy emplacement remained, one fortified with palisades and defended by spearmen. To deal with this target, the town would need longbowmen. First, they needed to build archery ranges in the area regained from the invaders.
What third fifth, eh?
Once more, friendly villagers arrived to help.
Yarway, what third fifth, eh?
That's Shule Bayo Timbra!